change is never painful. Only the resistance to change is painful. This video is a short story about wooden statue of Gautam Buddha, through which I will uncover the process of how to apply the practical philosophy of life. For enlightenment of human soul, like Gautam Buddha, suffering and pain are the lessons to master. With the support of this story, you will discover how to admire suffering, known as dukkha in Buddhist philosophy. In the narrow lanes of Udaipur, beautiful city of lakes, Rajasthan, India, was a little shop with name tag of Fine Art Studios. The Wooden Works, well known for its outstanding wooden art and craft, excellent collection of idols, figures and showpieces. The gallery was decorated with golden lights, with smooth wooden flooring, so cozy from inside. You can breathe the numb fragrance of wooden earthiness, little bit of sandalwood, rosewood and bamboo. The smoky smell of varnish and polish on the art was so intense. Sunday late night after the owner was off duty, a wooden tile, yes, a wooden tile on the floor was feeling so sad, tired and exhausted. Suddenly, a voice appeared from Gautam Buddha from his wooden statue which was sitting on the top shelf of the store. "What's wrong, my friend? Why are you so upset?" asked the Buddha wooden statue. Wooden tile replied with a slow deep breath, "People visit all the way to our shop and all the time they step on me. Wet shoes, sloppy sandals, barefoot. It's a terrible life. But they are delighted by your attractiveness and beauty. They admire you. You make them feel so joyful," the tile said to the statue. "Do you remember we both are from the same forest? The tree from which we were sliced out was the same. Then why you sit there on the upper shelf and I below on the ground? This is so unfair." Statue of Gautam Buddha replied to the wooden tile, "Oh my dear friend, do you remember the time when we were brought up to the carpenter's workshop as big wooden logs? You were shining so bright like a golden block of butter. You were looking a fine piece with no scar or any shade of black." "Yes, I do remember," replied the wooden tile. "The artist, the wooden carpenter, started working on you first. He wanted to turn you into a gorgeous art piece. And I was waiting for my turn," said the Buddha statue. Tile, "Yes, that man was a horrible person. He started hitting that hard electrical saw on me. He chopped tools on me. He grinded me so hard. It was so hurting. I always hated that guy." Buddha statue, "He wanted to turn you into a masterpiece, but you started falling apart. You started cracking from inside. You were not able to handle the pain of his tools. You resisted. You opposed. You refused the changes in you. You rejected him. Finally, the artist gave up on you and chopped you down into a small wooden tile. Next day, the artist started working on me as I was not his first choice. But I knew if I wanted to become something, a masterpiece, an upgraded version of myself, I had to bear the pain of his tools. I have to give away all my unhealthy parts. Instead of resisting like you, I bared all the hard hits of his hammer, his vibrating tools. Once I was crafted to the desired shape, the artist that you hated decided to torture me more. I was left out alone for 2 days to receive the harsh warmness of the sun. Then I was immersed into a stinking chemical to increase my smoothness. At last, I was polished with a glowing material so that I could shine. And then we both were transported to this shop. I didn't knew he would carve out Gautam Buddha out of me and people will admire me. One thing was clear to me. Once I pass away, all the manufacturing process, I will be something. Life is hard. There is a give and take rule in life. You decided to give away at the halfway. So, my dear friend Tile, people step on you because you resisted. Who are you? A little wooden tile or a wooden Buddha statue? Life is a workshop. It wants to carve a masterpiece out of you. The question is, are you ready to face the evils, the tools of pain, hammers of hard work, grindings of tough conditions, hard hits of human relations, sore bathing of emotions? Or you can resist and choose to be a tile and complain about people stepping on you. You know, the raw iron is melted to 2800 degrees Fahrenheit so that it can be molded to a desired shape. You should not resist or refuse to upgrade. Opposing the changes will never work. You have to be flexible. You should be able to adjust with the painful conditions. Don't think you are adjusting for others. No, you are adjusting for your own peace and betterment. Before turning into a tile, that log was one of the finest pieces, but it resisted. It opposed the changes and started cracking in small pieces. Always be ready for the change. And if you resist the change, the upgrade, you will be left alone behind and people will step on you. Before turning to a Buddha statue, that wooden log passed all the difficulties of that process. Experience is the thing that matters at last. And for experience, you need to pass away all the examinations of life. You have to go through all the seasons of weathering, the different stages of your grooming. So you can collect the knowledge and be prepared to face new obstacles. External beauty is not enough. Internal solidness is crucial. You have to keep yourself united from inside. Only the strong wooden logs or marble pieces can be casted to art, else the soft logs are cut into small pieces. Like the wooden log from which the Buddha was crafted, if you are strong from inside, life should be able to craft you into a masterpiece. You have to learn to give away the things which are not working for you, substandard parts of your thinking, resistance, anger, laziness. Wooden log from which the Buddha was built gave away all the extra parts, its outer shell, and was crafted to the statue. The little tile had no right to compare its failure to success of wooden statue. Success looks easy, but you don't know it's a difficult, slow process. In the early life, when Buddha was a young prince named Siddhartha, his king father kept him isolated from the outside world, away from the suffering and the harsh realities of life, because it was predicted at the time of his birth that he would become a guru, a teacher. But his king father wanted him to become the ruler of the kingdom. But once Siddhartha faced the sufferings and the real truths of life, he left his kingdom and his family behind to find out the meaning of his existence, the essence of life. He faced all the harsh seasons of weather, managed his own food and water, arranged his temporary shelters, traveled barefoot from place to place, and in this search process, Buddha practiced all the sufferings known as dukkha. He turned himself into a masterpiece, the great Gautam Buddha. He enlightened himself. In one word, it's resistance which will decide if people will step on you as a wooden tile or people will admire you as the statue of Gautam Buddha. At last, I would like to say one thing, that anger can make you a rich person. Yes, a rich person. To know how, watch this video. Don't forget to share and subscribe.